Well, what our question is asking is when f of x is a relative minimum. So the way we're going to find that, we're going to have to find the local maximums and minimums, which means that the derivative has to be either 0 or does not exist. Our formula for the derivative, which they so kindly gave us, doesn't have a denominator, so we're never going to come up with does not exist, which means we have to set it equal 0. So 0 equals x times x minus 3 to the 4th times x plus 5 to the 7th. Since it's all multiplication, we can set each factor equal to 0. So x minus 3 to the 4th, and x plus 5 to the 7th. So the x is easy. It's just 0. I'm sure we can all figure that out. X minus 3 to the 4th, we'll set that equal to 0. We have to take the 4th root, which means that we're going to get rid of that 4 there, that 4. And whenever you take 0 and try and divide it by something, it's always 0. So it's going to be x minus 3 is equal to 0. Our next step is to just get that 3 to the other side, so x equals 3. So we've got this one done, and we've got this one done. All I need to do is the x plus 5 to the 7th equals 0. So, just like the other one, we're going to have to take the 7th root this time, because that's what the number there is. So we're going to have to take the 7th root. That's what the power is. 7th root of 0, again, is going to be equal to 0. So x plus 5 is equal to 0. Move the 5 over, and x equals negative 5. Now, to figure out if it's going to be a minimum or a maximum for these points, we're going to have to draw ourselves a number line. Yay, number lines. There we go. We're going to have negative 5, 0, and 3. And all of those are 0. Now, when you plug something like f of, let's say, negative 6, because that's less than negative 5, into your calculator, you're going to get a positive value. This whole thing is the f of x number line. But you're going to get a positive value. To make this easier, so that you can just plug all of these that we're going to do in on your calculator, go to y equals, type in our function, which is right up here. Type in our function, and then go to the table set, have it be ask, go to the table, and then plug in these numbers and figure out, and if they're positive, just do the positive, and negative, negative. We're all smart, we can figure this out. So f of negative 1 will work for between 0 and 5. And that comes up with a negative value. The next one we're going to plug in is f of 1, because that's between 0 and 3. And that gives us a positive value. And then f of 4, because that's above 3. And we're going to come up with a positive value again. So, here, if it's going positive and then it goes negative, that's going to be a maximum. This one is negative, and then it's going positive. So this is going to be a minimum. And this one's positive, and then it's still positive, so it'd be like a change in like the angle of it, I think. It'd be an inflection point, basically. But that's just how I visually figure out which one's going to be. So for our minimum, it's x is equal to 0. Yay, we have the answer. That's it. Okay.